My name is Nur Alisha Husna binti Abdul Halim from SMK Agama Kedah. So today I want to share with you guys a book I've read recently, which is The Old Man at the Foot of the Mountain. I read it online, so I don't have the book with me, but as you can see, this is the book cover. So The Old Man at the Foot of the Mountain is a famous work of Azizi Haji Abdullah once upon a time. It was written in Bahasa Melayu, but it has been translated into English by Thayyibah Sulaiman. The value of this novel has been considered as one of the Malaysian novels of the 20th century of choice. Great, right? So this novel tells the question of the generation gap between the elderly who defends his stand, which is traditional stand, until at the end of his life. But it was difficult because it contradicts young people from the defend his modern stand. So briefly, this book features the story of an elderly couple, Tok Ya and his wife Besar, who live at the foot of Mount Bongsu, but their child Fikri and their grandchildren moved to Kuala Lumpur. So as a typical French character, Fikri had forgotten after a career and a family. But what can I see from this novel? The author must have a high knowledge in the matter of jungle and forest, as it can be seen through the names of the jungles, tree roots, leaves, and so on in this novel. The novel's strength lies in its characters and backdrop. I really like the way the author scrupulously described a detailed vision of the jungle to evoke a sense of connection and parallel between Tok Ya's age and the purity of the traditional lifestyle. Through the character of Tok Ya, the author attempts to present an insight into the older generation's tendencies to stubbornly uphold the tradition, as evident from Tok Ya's bond with the natural environment. I wasn't sure what to expect from this story, but I was pleasantly surprised. Conflict began to arise when Fikri, Fatimah and Farid began to curse Tok Ya's life and the bad house. So for Tok Ya, Fikri had forgotten his origin, and it caused him to feel so sad because his poor life makes his children and grandchildren refuse to visit Mount Bongsu. However, unlike Lamin, his other grandson seems closer to Tok Ya because Tok Ya feels Lamin has a soul like him who loves life on the mountain. But there's one incident that makes Tok Ya to be insulted and mocked by his son and daughter-in-law. For me, I found this part very touched because I think parents shouldn't be treated like that. That was rude. Tok Ya felt very ashamed when Fikri said that he was old, and in addition, Fatimah and Farid also mocked and insulted the poor life of Tok Ya and the bad condition of his house. So to prove to them, Tok Ya determinedly wants to build a new house. Look, I don't easily cry, but this book changed that. It had me tears for all the right reasons somehow. Not enough with the incident that happened to him, which he was stung by bees until it swells on the day he brought Lamin to find some honey. Another accident happened to him. Tok Ya's leg was stuck on the winding road curve, causing his thigh to be overlaid when he was about to cut down the stone shingle. The pain that Tok Ya felt was so painful that he told his wife Besar to look at his thigh, but she didn't get to, and she eventually saw Tok Ya's tragic and horrible death with his unfulfilled dreams. So overall, the story has a good start, followed by a slightly drawn out middle section, but then it storms home with an incredibly emotional ending. I don't really expect this kind of ending, as I thought Tok Ya was able to prove to his son that he can build a new house on Mount Bongsu. But I really like the story as a whole, as I can't pick just one specific part as my favorite. But I really enjoyed the spirit, while I definitely recommend this book for you because the writing is deep enough that younger teens could also read it. So I give this book 5 stars as it provides so many good values. So please read it. I promise you'll never regret, and thank me later. So that's all from me. Thank you and stay safe.